play no games, we get cracking. We ball, we be shooting and passing, nigga. We stand tall like what's happening, nigga. We don't never do no lacking, nigga. What's happening, nigga? Active, don't play no games, we get cracking. We ball, we be shooting and passing, nigga. We stand tall like what's happening, nigga. We don't never do no lacking, nigga. What's happening, nigga? It ain't no I in the word team, we got us. It ain't too much, but I promise it's gonna be enough. Knock 'em down like duck hunt. Niggas know what time we on, or you a fly ass nigga? Well, it's the no fly zone. I used to care about that bitch until she did me wrong. And had a nigga like me, bitch, I was your backbone. A gang of bitches in my contacts, I'm back on. Mafia alone, mafia strong, I put the max on. We still steppin', mafia loyal to all the troops, and we still reppin'. Nigga, blame it on my roots, no question. So if you need me, I'ma pull through. And if I had to call the game, the niggas pulling up too. Riders like Infant G and Tiny MD. Big Dub, Tiny Dub, and can't forget Big G. Baby G, Big Slim, always chunkin', Big M's. Lil Mac down my bro, can't forget about him. Active, don't play no games, we get cracking. We ball, we be shooting and passing, nigga. We stand tall like what's happening, nigga. We don't never do no lacking, nigga. What's happening, nigga? Active, don't play no games, we get cracking. We ball, we be shooting and passing, nigga. We stand tall like what's happening, nigga. We don't never do no lacking, nigga. What's happening, I'm a man of my word, ain't going back and forth with none of you nerds. Been on them blocks, hanging out on them curbs. This shit ain't new to me. Bang like Shaq in the paint. What they gonna do with me? These niggas try their hardest to rap. I do this shit with ease, raised by G's, like Rooster and Uncle Freeze. I was like 15, shooting dice on my knees off the porch. Hanging with bangers, fuck playing sports. But shit, we full court pressing, get them off the court. Stand up nigga, squabbling, I blame triggers. Gotta prove shit to none of you niggas on my soul. I'm hands on. The homies whipped him, he was in the wrong. Shoot at us, we shoot back, I call that ping pong. Mafia strong, I can't tell you when this shit gon' end. But for the moment in time being, I'm all in, shoot 10. The homies know I'm down to hang with him, bang with him, and ain't gon' change. I'm that same nigga. Active, don't play no games, we get cracking. We ball, we be shooting and passing, nigga. We stand tall like what's happening, nigga. We don't never do no lacking, nigga. What's happening, nigga? Active, don't play no games, we get cracking. We ball, we be shooting and passing, nigga. We stand tall like what's happening, nigga. We don't never do no lacking, nigga. What's happening, nigga? Yeah, that, we active, nigga. Pretty Tiny Max, yeah, that. Double M gang. A to the A to the A. Yeah, that.
The feds were interested in one thing and one thing only. But the one thing that the feds wanted was the cease and desist from Big U to No Jumper, asking us to take down the episode in which Loose Cannon first made the explosive statements that suggested that Big U had previous knowledge of Nipsey Hussle's death.
Gave it to him though?
Isn't it?
We did hand it over, yeah.
Isn't this when
Of course
that
you did. You didn't think
that
he wasn't?
I mean, really, like,
So it's safe to say you the feds.
I'm happy to help the feds.
Yeah, neighborhood Nip Hustle. Giving a shout out right now to SPR in the streets, nigga, Spotter Low, y'all already know what it is. Source name. Neighborhood Nip Hustle. Big shout out to SPR, Spotter Low. You know, I'm in the black box, had to come through, tap in, show love one time. Yeah, y'all make sure y'all subscribe. Stay tuned, all that.
Jesus, gratitude is the attitude. Show us a blessing to be back in the black box as we blow a succession, getting our flow, our momentum, our rhythm, really going in this thing. Vision is coming to fruition. The constant, consistent, continuous content creation campaign continues, as well as the light show with the color scheme and the coordination. I'm loving it, just like McDonald's. Well, y'all know what time it is. Crunchy Munch, Munchie Buttercup, Peanut Butter Butt Bee, Truffle Butter Bee. Did it hurt or did it squirt? Did you wipe it all up with your shirt? Marked out, manhandled, misused, mistreated, manhood, just disrespected in front of the world by a very freaky, kinky individual, Adam22. Shout out to Adam22 for being the man that he is, that is capable of causing these individuals to go out in such a backward fashion. I told y'all from the moment he made these demands, he needed a conversation in a certain fashion by a certain date. He didn't get it. You know what? We got this phrase, everybody's gonna stand on business. Okay, that can be a fluctuating concept. However, once you get kicked, disrespected, tripped on in front of the world, marked out, and your response is, if I don't get a certain type of scenario to take place by a certain day, and then you say, I ain't got to come back. But remember, he didn't just say, I ain't got to come back or I ain't coming back on Bloods. I ain't coming back. He said, um, well, I ain't got to come back. Remember that. I knew then he would be back. Vladimir's not above these type of antics. I just don't know why nobody never pulls it on him. However, he claimed that he wasn't going back if he didn't get his conditions met, which was an on-camera sit-down by a few Mondays ago, which did not take place. However, he's back. So I saw a clip. People in my chat, they've been asking me over and over again to react to this. I wasn't really interested, but I'm gonna do it for the Google gang. This first clip is a Cam Capone clip. Yeah, in my footsteps, we shall go. Y'all know what time it is. Mr. Cam Capone clip, and it's let me see which one's which. Hold on. I got two clips loaded up. One of them is from Cam Capone, and the other one is from the Fed quarters. So the Cam Capone is titled what? Let me see. Boom, bam, bam. All right, yeah. First one's from Cam Capone. It says Munchie B on if you'll ever go back to no jumper. So we just might as well start it here. See what he had to say. But first, we already know what he said. If I don't get a sit down dialogue by a certain date, and then I ain't got to go back. He said that's what's his conditions. He already bowed down, bent over, broke down, buck broken, swallowed that. Alex Alonso, these the type of dudes you platforming, bro. He says morals over money, but it seems to be the exact opposite. And that's just keeping it Google. I'm Mr. Facts over feelings. This dude has already attempted to insinuate, implicate, incriminate me for being guilty of the worst crime possible. Street TV, Alex Alonso, in conjunction with myself, have been quite judgmental and absolute, outright, indignantly non-receptive of many platforms for the fact that they platform individuals such as this, Louis Cuccius Cannon, Snoopy Radass, and now, although Street TV, in the sense of podcasting, is the house that Alex Alonso and myself built, being that I was the first person he reached out to and invited to collaborate with him after he made his initial investment into some very decent, top of the line premier podcast equipment. And I accepted his invitation and we got to work. Whether you believe it or not, I was the one motivating Alex, suggesting to Alex that he should reach out and acquire other talent to build a roster to have a flow of different podcasts coming through there. Welcome all additions. Never really realized that a long-standing, always standing, kind of remind me on the good times when the Black Jesus picture left. Nipsey's picture has been gracing the walls. Since I've been there, I can't quite pinpoint the moment, the date, but shortly after Munchie came, the picture, it ceased to be on the wall. I mentioned it to Alex on numerous occasions. He claims Munchie has absolutely nothing to do with the reason why it's gone. But I just found that highly ironic. And then, he can violate the way he did when you got a trio of girl dads. Alex has a daughter, similar age. They're all in the general age as far as young adult to young teen or mid-teen, young adult age. And I just believe if two people are, a part of anything for an extended period of time, over a year, no conflict, and a third joins, and then a third violates, simple math, how, men should proceed moving forward. However, it didn't go that way. Took it on the chin, accepted the circumstances as they were. But now that this dude is on, let alone being extremely disrespectful toward me, I'll accept that. It's just YouTube, right? But, it went beyond just me. And then he's also been incriminating toward me, Alex. It's just crazy. I know you know better. However, he went back to the Fed quarters like we knew he would with his tongue wagging. No problem with Vladimir, but every problem with me. And I've actually been his eyeballs out here in this concrete jungle called South Central Los Angeles, all through from the east side to the west side, all in the A-Trays and 20s, and the East Coasts. Anywhere I've taken him, he had to rely on me all through the spook towns to make sure he was safe. I've never violated him, ever, ever, ever. I've never done anything wrong to him. And he hates me. Yet he loves MASSA. But no further ado, let's see the crunchy, munchie, peanut, truffle, nut, butter, butt has been up to.
And so at this point, there's just no way you're ever going back.
I want to focus on Morals Over Money TV, and I got my other channel.
Maybe, yeah, that's fine TV, but try to focus on morals over money. Then go TV.
Victoria's Secret by Munchie. You know what I'm saying? Munchie B, like interviewing females. So females getting to the money, 304s, OnlyFans females, hustling females. You know what I'm saying? If I get that going, and, you know what I'm saying, get monetized on that channel, then, you know what I'm saying, focus on me real quick, regroup. I might or might not. It ain't really a necessity to push back to no jumper, but, I ain't got no.
Remember, morals over money, right? He said if you don't meet these conditions, these certain demands by Monday, which was many Mondays ago, at least a couple or at least one, we missed the deadline. He ain't going back, basically. Now, singing a different tone.
No, I ain't got no bad blood. I ain't no jumper bashing or nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? But when I do, if I do.
But let it be a black man that never told you shut the fuck up on camera and insisted and pressed that you bet not touch him and kicked your chair, your leg, and made you move for yards. Let it be a black man that didn't do none of that. All he did was give you a shoulder to lean on. Be your eyesight in the world of darkness. You going to campaign against him, but not Vlad? Somebody got to make this make sense. It cannot be morals over money. It's money over morals.
No. Whenever I sit down with Adam, we're going to have to clear up some things that he said, talking about when the shows got canceled last year, you were complaining. That's a lie, right? I didn't complain. That's a lie. And yeah, certain things like you don't shut like when the dude Wax said, "Oh, he gonna come crawling back." Well, I take that back because Adam like, nah, we ain't gonna call it crawling back. Like, you know what I'm saying? But it's certain things like you gotta clear up.
As long as they got MASSA approval and an understanding with that cracker, that's crazy. He's concerned with holding on to sin and with what Vladimir thinks. Now, where do they make these type of individuals?
You know what I'm saying? I ain't never complained last year when them shows got canceled. You know what I'm saying? It's business. You have to downsize. You know what I'm saying? I was one of the very few that didn't complain. So, like it's certain shit that then he said it before, but reiterating, you didn't kick.
Reiterating, not reiterating. However, you did have attitude with me. Oh my. Thought it was my fault. You had an attitude. Oh my.
Then I was one of the very few that didn't complain. So, like it's certain shit that then he said it before, but reiterating, you didn't kick me. Like you didn't put your feet on me.
He put his feet on your chair. We see you scooting back up, trying to get close to her. Sound like Auntie Hefe reiterating.
You know what I'm saying? But I think he could have handled that a little different. Although I say I effed up that interview because that was Lush and Germ, his girlfriend. You know what I'm saying? I didn't look back at that whole 5 hours.
Man, did you look back when you was on there talking to Ash Bash about Smack Swipe? You got a lot of content to look back over on. You boo boo.
That's too much to go over. But yeah, I know that wasn't no good performance as far as a podcaster go. So I'll take that on the chin. But I think 60% of that was performing. You know what I'm saying? For sure.
Now, from what I've seen, you and Aunt Hefe have always had a pretty good relationship. But it seemed like right when you fall out with Adam and you make your split from No Jumper, that you and Aunt Hefe start having some words.
All right, as far as Young Ant, I was picking up some vibes from him, right? I wasn't quite feeling, but I was ignoring because No Jumper, I'm cool with everybody in that building. Everybody, like, except for Wack. Everybody is good vibes and shit. So I'm trying to keep the work camera sheet cool on and off camera, like, you know what I'm saying? But stuff been getting pointed out to me, and I've been picking up some little weird vibes. You know what I'm saying? And then everybody pinpoint the what's that called? Young Thug back and forth. Me and him had. You know what I'm saying? But before that, I was feeling like some little weird energy. Although me and him know each other before No Jumper. We know each other from the streets, jail. We you know what I'm saying? But I was like, you know,
It's been said it was a time some 6 from the max. Crunchy Munchie Munch put peanut butter butt out, be butt out in the county jail. Auntie Hefe saved them. Now I've seen some titles recently where it seems that Crunchy Munchie denying these incidents ever took place. However, it was a time where a few of my homies and myself, when everything was cordial, were, genuinely but lightheartedly teasing or accusing or charging Auntie Hefe for Sue moving and grooving in these YouTube streets. And he was vehement about the fact that he has never Sue moved and groove him. He wasn't down with that. And throughout the process, I can recall the homies like, being aware of an occasion where he may have saved him for getting maxed out. It was just common knowledge between me, a couple of my homies that are very familiar with Auntie Hefe, two in particular. And he knows exactly who the two individuals are. It's the only two homies from EC that I have a rapport with that I know have had or has a rapport with Auntie Hefe throughout this time we've been making this content. But yeah, it's quite ironic. Similar situation.
and then the last straw was when Ant do his titles, he'll quote who he reacting to. He'll quote right with like exactly what they say, so you would think it's coming from him. You know what I'm saying? So I picked up on that late though. All right, he had titled something. I listened to like the first 15 seconds of it, and I clicked out of it. I wasn't feeling it, and then when I did my
Okay, him and Auntie Hefe finna make up to. I'm bamboozled as to what's the protocol, what's the process of what you accept as a man, as a gangster, to be team mayor. What do you consider disrespect? What are you willing to tolerate? And what's too much? When is it that you had enough? I'm just confused. Y'all seen us kicking Cackety and Booth? Swear to God, I've never done absolutely one thing to him as a man that I feel I would have to apologize for, repay, repair, absolutely nothing. However, I mean, for the majority of our interaction, it was Gucci. I don't know how he can hate. I'm not looking for him to reconcile or for him to reconsider. I just blows my mind that I become his arch enemy because I challenge the validity of 50-0, which, even according to J Hood himself, was an exaggeration. This is where our communication ceased to be a normal thing of us being in touch. This was, I don't know. I can't. This shit blows my mud mind because all I ever did was look out for the kid. And like the initial interaction from Munchie to me ever in life, bro, was Munchie in 2020 jumping in my DM, for lack of a better word, riding these us. It just is what it is. He was in that thing riding us. Hey, champ, it's Munchie B, I am G. Love what you doing. Keep pushing the line. Whoopty whoop, whoop, whoop. I have yet to cease pushing the same exact line. However, he no longer appreciates it. Just been all kind of insults, slurs, and lies directed toward me. But this white man can do all what we just saw. You see, Auntie F.A. really bit his tongue. Auntie F.A. didn't really want to go there with much either. So he knew that was going to end. But they'll all be back on the same panel talking about weenies and getting the groceries paid again. Mark my words.
Farewell to No Jumper, he was included. But as far as that last video with that title, I was wrong on that. You know what I'm saying? Because the video, it involved me, but it wasn't about me. You know what I'm saying? So I jumped out the window on that. I was like, I wasn't about to wait an hour because the video was like an hour. I'm not about to listen an hour on some BS. I heard 15 seconds. I didn't like. It said something like, I don't care about no YouTube guidelines or something. I said, huh? I just clicked out, and then shit, when I got to my spot to do content, I went on one. I like, you know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna call it on one. But you know, I address what I address. You know what I'm saying? But earlier today, you know what I'm saying? I text Ant earlier today. You know, so we hollered.
Okay, so you guys are all good then. No big deal.
I mean, yeah, you could say that. Yeah, cause I wouldn't have called it no beef. I just declare what I just had to say what I had to say. You know what I'm saying? Like I've been feeling some weird type vibes. You know what I mean? And then that piece of content.
Y'all gotta explain to me. Y'all that has kept up with the chaos that is the communication between Munchie and myself. Somebody gotta explain to me the difference other than swooping and moving. It's already like a politic in play. You know, I thought Alex Alonso had risen extremely or completely above what anyone could consider any type of favoritism based on politics, but it seems like that's not the case. I can't imagine any other way, any other reason things would play out in the fashion they are other than some type of political perspective. That's it. Other than that, all the violation has been coming from one direction toward the other. And they ain't skipped a beat. What's up with that, Alex? Used to be mine. That's crazy. Sometimes I feel like I'm living in the twilight zone. You see how people present themselves, and then you develop expectations based on how they present themselves. Like anyone that commits themselves to morals or money, you're going to develop a certain level of expectation from that individual. When they fall so extremely short, it's just like crazy.
That title wasn't it, but I guess his thing is like if Capone say my dog got hit by a car, then his title go say my dog hit by a car, something like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so he quoting, like, you know what I'm saying? So like the title threw me off, and I wasn't with it, you know what I'm saying? Because I felt it was a lot of times I could have did content on Young Ant and I didn't. You know what I'm saying? And I just let it fly because it's like low hanging fruit. But yeah, we hollered earlier, you know what I'm saying? And straight, man. Like I said, I knew Ant before No Jumper, you know what I'm saying? During No Jumper, and you know what I'm saying? We know each other outside the platform. So, know what I'm saying? It wasn't gonna go nowhere, but I just had to express myself at the time. That's what that was. For sure.
What's up? This is Cam Capone. We got more content like this coming soon, so hit that like button, subscribe, and stay locked in to Cam Capone News.
And my meant to have my background music playing. I gotta remember to have this queued up. But yeah, that's that was shit. Extremely subdued after, you know, the white man was ballistic on you. You never really match his energy except for about micro moments throughout the actual experience exchange. You didn't match it physically. Then you gave an ultimatum. You issued an ultimatum that time was not included the time frame. It didn't happen. You still took your suck ass back. But now we actually went back. Let's see, you know, what we can gather from that. This title is Munchie V reveals. Munchie V reveals he will be returning. I think that's what it says. He will be returning. Let's see. Munchie V reveals he will be returning the no jumper. Fed quarters feels like home. They gonna hold it down. He the Deion Sanders of this thing. Street TV and no jumper. He got to have them both. I don't know how you could be more of a whore than just try to be everywhere regardless. Maybe it's a slur. But if Alex don't see it now, he should. If he could never see it before. See who walked through your door? You with that for sure. All the books you read, all the things you done. Just think about it.
Definitely. Yeah. Okay. So what else do we have to say in order to wrap up the conversation about the Munchie B leave of absence? Where are we at?
How do you feel, Munchie? Like,
will we be seeing you Tuesday? Is the real ultimate question.
Hold on. I want to clear this up. When you went on your "Don't Touch Me" rant, you literally was what'd you say? What's the word white people use?
oh, my body, my choice.
No. You was like word for whatever. Basically like complaining or some the shows got canceled last year. That's a lie.
Oh, okay.
That was a lie, bro.
Okay, yeah. So
I might have overstated it, but all I was saying in that moment was that I knew we had at least one conversation about the fact that you were not stoked on the fact that the show with Spider got canceled after 2 episodes or whatever. Like, you know, obviously you were kind of hyped to have like made it to having a show on No Jumper, and then the last 2 episodes, it's not really your fault. It's like totally unrelated to you. That
Vlad, we had like 6 episodes or 8 or 6, wasn't 2, bro. We minimized what we did. However, you know our shit's cracking. We let Ho No Honey shit down. And it's exactly why Munchie got deep in his feelings toward me. I don't know what else could have been involved, but he definitely was upset with me at the fact that Bottom Line was canceled because he thought it was my fault. Oh my.
was all I was saying. And that I felt like by you getting blackout drunk and that was maybe not taking advantage of the opportunity.
we were all pissed.
I shouldn't have said it like that.
Yeah. No, because I'll take pride in not being on some better baby mama syndrome. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
you're
all that little
like
weird, you know, niggas be saying they want to talk or whatever, you know what I'm saying? I ain't never been my stealer.
Well, I'm not your baby mama. I bet you Adam ain't never turned you on to Bunati. He ain't never took you into the trenches with the keyways, made sure you were safe, left, bought you fish meals. He ain't never been your penis. Well, he may have. Remember, you was begging, even the dates and you got beat up, remember how you was begging to come make content? Called me on the phone multiple times, put her on the phone, trying to pump her up to come do it. I mean, it was always been relevant. Hey, fall out, whatever. I'm just curious. I don't why are you so articulate in explaining how you are so emotionally mature when it comes to the MASSA who was extremely disrespectful to you? All I said was 50-0 was an exaggeration. This is crazy. Hey, the big team mayor set his soul right before your eyes, y'all. Morals over money, clout over class, bro. Facts over feelings.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Sorry, I didn't want to.
Yeah, no.
I didn't want to make it sound like that.
At least Flatley did give him some type of an apology. Vladimir is very arrogant. I don't see him apologize for much, but he did give him some type of apology. I know Crunchy Munch hated my name, just came up on my mind.
Just kind of might have came out like that.
Well, Adam, that's some like the most accountability I've ever seen.
The fuck up.
You said what happened?
What the beat your ass?
He was,
Do boxing practice on you? Non-consensual boxing practice.
I never seen you just get marked out like that. I'm just saying, but no, that was mature, Adam. That's
Like the main thing, people, when you a man or a gangster, cheat, low, stomach down, P-Phone, P-Team Rider, and even it's beyond that. Now it's the females, Islamic. Watch you play with it. Don't play in my face. Don't play with me. Find yourself somebody to play with. Play with your kids. Play with your man. Anybody but me. But oh no, honey. Auntie Hefe, Crunchy Munch, they go up here and volunteer to be played with. Sex play and all type of other play. Real men do not allow themselves to be played with. You know, like son. That's two 17-year-old sons. One will be 18 on the 12th this month, which will cause we have 17, 18, and 19-year-old boys currently. These are the ultimate. I have also two other older boys, you know, much older. The 17, 18, 19-year-old boys have my same last name. My older sons, they were mother's sons when I met them. They were very young. Shout out to Woods and Stephen. Oh my. Anyway, got my daughter named. I have a daughter in that same age bracket too. That was her mother's daughter when I met her. However, 17, soon to be 18, 17, 18, 19-year-old boys. You know, they know my lifestyle, my past, and for me to do some things that I'm not quite proud of, or that might be considered immature in regards to being involved in those things, they're understandable. Whether they're acceptable because I'm involved with. I won't. However, there's no shy away or shame in it. I can be on the internet and do some of the things that we all know I'm too grown to be doing, should have matured beyond, and not if my children see it, because they're familiar with that in my spirit and my nature. But to allow myself to be played with, let a man play with me, disrespect me, not from miles away, way over there. Okay, we can't control that. But for me to get on these platforms and get treated in any fashion other than what I demand, and that's respect. And I got 17, 18, 19-year-old sons watching. I will never, I shall never, on my mama.
That's mature. It's growth. The
Hey,
fuck,
bro,
fool?
I'm a boxer now. I'm gonna take off on you, Lush.
Take this toxic positivity.
You know, you
Look at
whoop
Michelle's
Box
them,
this Gleek.
you gonna have some stripes, bro.
If I beat him,
Yeah, if you whoop them or even draw, you gonna have some stripes. Cause I think everybody betting against you.
Yeah.
I
That's
haven't
a
heard
general
anything about
consensus.
that, but
It's just considered shits and giggles. I thought if he didn't get a conversation by Monday, he wasn't going back to them shits and giggles. This is like giggles and shits to me.
I can imagine that. Man,
We ain't never seen Jason Love fight though.
I know, but
Nobody
you know,
else.
He can be a
man,
bitch.
he said that he hasn't boxed since he was a little kid.
Yeah. He's a lover. He's not a fighter.
How many of y'all think this fight is actually going to take place? Or do you think this is just hypothetical hype? And if it does take place, you think they're gonna have one of these J. Paul scripts in the mix that Jason Love is gonna have to ignore, similar to how Joshua did, and just knock Vlad out. If they do actually get in the ring and challenge each other to a bout, do you think Vlad stands any type of chance against the natural man that we have seen been introduced by Vladimir and his wife, because he banged all up in her punani, thrashed her, skeeted in her face, and watched her eat it? You think this guy, Vladimir, can handle this dude mano a mano? I mean, if you think he can, give me some yeses in the chat. If y'all think no, give me some ends. Let me see the ends. Oh my. Me, myself, if I were a betting man, just considering there's no potential for the fix to be in, I'll put all my chips on Jason. But, don't mind me, because anytime I look up at the screen and I see two opponents in the screen, if one of them is of Black, African, melanated descent, and the other one is not, I always, not sometimes, most times, always go with the Black dude. That's just me.
We've only seen him have sex with girls. And he, like,
My wife.
Yeah, well, for example. But and to be honest, I ain't never even seen bro nothing. So I ain't seen him do. But I definitely ain't seen him fight. So just because he big.
Bro, Lush is the most exquisite nut hugger known to nut hugging. It's obvious Vladimir appreciates it. He knows what he's there for, and he executes. But it's just a crazy dynamic, because even without the nut hugging, he's a good conversationalist. He could fit in perfectly with or without the nut hugging. I think what he's gone through in the past with, being on the outside, I'm not sure he was as much of a guzzler blazer before he left. But I think he's so extremely concerned about having a repeat, which I think he's in less risk of having a repeat than he was initially. I think Adam has grown. I think the success of the Adam the Wax show, the way it has sustained, and the dynamic of disagreement and discourse, which has caused it to be interesting. I think Vladimir's more interested in that type of dynamic versus in buddy, chummy, like he had with Brick Bait. It's natural, just anybody having a sit down with Crick Mac, you're going to disagree. It's just going to be an element. And I think he's more interested in everybody else being his somewhat of a devil's advocate, and he got Lush there to ride his nuts, make sure he's steep every time as a chill. Somebody gun line, boss. He's the non-Black version of that.
Big, he looked like a gentleman. Like I don't really see him putting BTA.
But bro, it's funny because after this, he's got to do like if he whoops me, that's a huge IF.
That part.
Yeah.
That part.
Yeah.
Facts.
Yeah.
Gangsters.
Then he has to do at least one more fight, right?
Yeah, for sure.
His aura will be high. That's going to be interesting.
So
if that happens, which it will not.
So what you think that follow-up fight, would the ideal fight would be?
Depends on how bad he get whooped.
I don't know. Blueface.
Yeah, he's gonna. The thing.
Old folks call it eating crow. It's when you got to like take it on the chin. That calls. This dude's eating crow, swallowing, swipe, shuttling, Look how humble and appropriate he's attempting to be. He's doing everything within his power to appear professional. Cause I guess after neighborhood Crips, get all up in your manhood, finger bang your G-spot, what more do you have to lose in the sense of integrity, honor, spirit? It's gone. I know you're thinking like, man, y'all think that's something. That dude put his foot on me. Man, y'all know what the neighborhood Crips did to me in county jail. And I still sit up here and cheerlead with spody face and sat up under fire like he was my buddy and worked for him for free all that time, let him get paid. He be on AD from 6-0 nuts. I guess he like, damn, y'all see, y'all love some neighborhoods. If I get over that after the neighborhood violated my whole holy cat, you think what this white boy did to me is something I can't handle? I want to be seen. I want to be known. I want to be popular. I want to be famous. Not because I'm talented, but because I'm blind and I've been violated and victimized. And I have a mouth that's like, hold on, honey, I'll say absolutely anything. Even if it's incriminating, I'll announce to the world that, hey, I get paid to gangbang, and I report gang-related crimes to an app to the authorities. I don't know where they're going. I don't know who's on the other end. Hey, that's what I do. Spotalo, he tried to solicit me and my homies to commit this crazy work.
Is this like
Blueface would be sick.
I wonder, like, do you think it would help sell the fight if we can like get some footage of some bag work pause from Jason Love? Like,
Some what?
Some bag work, like see how he hit the
So
punching bag and all that.
the promoter basically asked us both to send in footage of us training. So that's what I did this morning with Michael. Michael filmed me training or whatever. So that's probably going to be on Adam22 bro on Snapchat. Is it Adam22 bro? Why can I never?
If Adam does make it in the ring, Jason Love, before a lot of these other fights that we've seen try to come to fruition, once again, if the fix ain't in, you got to get a white boy. But you know he's an extreme sports type guy. BMX, flipping, risking health and limb and for safety, coming around, you know, for being a New Hampshire Cup, like when you say, coming this close up to the LA gangbang element. He gets to touch with the boss, he absolutely can. There's a lot of questionable things, controversial things. It never has been touched. And it seems to tame what we've considered some of the wildest amongst us. You know, sit up there with Auntie Heifer and talk about lowered back tax. I guess that's why the creator protects some of us. The YouTube streets have adopted this word crash out. They have no idea what a crash out is. But if Vladimir ends up in this ring before some of these other dudes, that'll tell you a thing or two. And I just can't see Jason Love throwing in the towel or throwing the fight or doing a play. And I think if that's not the case, Vladimir might have a very, very long day.
Remember, I think it might actually still be Adam22 Ho.
Hey, so who the ho?
No, Adam22 bro on Snapchat. That footage will be up there in the near future, or there'll be some kind of Instagram reel.
Is Lena gonna be there?
Yes,
Well,
in
who-
her Erica Kirk pants.
Who the host? Aiden Ross, of course.
Yeah, he's gonna be one of the announcers. I'm kind of assuming maybe Academics. I think is gonna be out.
On the Aiden Ross card, you gotta really go. Vladimir can't get out there and bullshit. He really trying. He really gonna try his luck. Man, it got to be a script to this. Ain't nowhere in the world, man. After he's already went on record saying he thrashed your wife better than you ever could. He said, of course, she may appreciate being with Vladimir better because there's love involved. However, just the physical, I did what, you know, what he can't do. And correct me if I'm wrong, I have not seen any footage anywhere of, correcting that as being a fact. I'm just saying.
There, so I don't know, maybe cuff him. I don't know exactly, but yeah, he usually announces it with a couple different people. Yeah,
I might need to give my expert critiques. You feel me? I need to pop up. And let
You
them
lost
know.
enough face. Everything.
You feel me? I can give you the real time experience.
Yep, I've had that happen to me. Yep.
He lost enough fade. He lost the one fade on camera that he seemed to get through. Like Almighty said, he was taking a dive. Every time Almighty swung, he fell. He was in a precarious position. I couldn't imagine trying to beat nobody at the front of their daddy. Yeah, I'm just saying, yeah, he probably thought he was going to be treated. But anyway, guess what? You lost plenty of fades, enough. You lost the one that caused you lost your backside male virginity. In the county jail, this legendary baby B. Braves going crazy on you right now. Cooking your keister. Matter of fact, you keistered the quick day. Oh, wow.
Ooh, that's smart. You gonna feel that tomorrow?
So do you think, are we going to see Munchie B on Tuesday?
I'll pull up.
Hell yeah, he come what? What? You thought he wasn't? But of course he is. MASSA.
And shit.
Hey.
Robbed you of a viral, violent, victimizing moment. You coming back, he gonna treat you well moving forward. Won't happen again, but it happened already. Whatever level you thought your name was on whatever list, it's not even on the list no more, bro. You just like Lush. No jumper, nobody.
Pull up like Huggies.
If I ever have to push your chair away,
But I'm like, look, he's always like to talk about the shit that go around that part of your body who ain't got no drawers on. Take a shower without no towel. Now, why are you thinking about Huggies? Not even Incredibles. Incredibles is the sponsored brand of no jumper, not Huggies.
again, I'm not gonna go because that was the whole problem. Is I went for the seat. I should have gone for the wheel.
Yeah.
The wheel is way less likely to be confused with a kick.
Okay, Munchie, when you read the actual
Confused with a kick. It's not what you kick, it's how you confuse. Anything you take your foot and attempt to put it on is going to be considered as some form of a kick, whether it's a punt, a field goal, a dribble, a pass in soccer. A kick is a kick. It could be a karate kick. It could be a roundhouse. Anytime you take your foot and thrust it with force in any certain direction, it's going to be considered a kick, regardless of what is attempting to contact. But he's talking to a slow target motherfucker who ain't gonna even catch him on it. I bet you don't check him on it. He's gonna agree. Ooh. I bet you it don't go over Lush here. But however, Lush, the guzzler glazer, is not gonna call out MASSA, but you just know their intellectual level with vernacular, vocabulary. They both know what Vladimir is saying is bullshit, and they shoving it down Munchie's throat because he don't know no better.
I'll pull up and shit.
Hey.
Hey, baby. I'm on live. The whole world knows.
At this very moment.
Yes. Yeah, Jesus, gratitude to attitude. And just do all you just been working for. Well, show the head you just did. Come show your head, Cody. Come show. If you want to get gripped, you want to get gripped by Jen. I don't know if you got dreads, braids. You got to come a little closer in the light, baby.
Yeah, go by his face. Oh, you look good.
Get gripped by Jen, pull up, hit the IG, get your right.
Yeah.
It's the only person that get me right. Oh, my mama. All right, much love, ladies. Yeah, I love you too. Yeah, but yeah. On my mama, we gonna keep it cracking. Yeah, what? How you gonna sit here and talk to this dude? Remember, don't play with me. Play your face at the comment phrase. He's playing in his face. Sitting here telling him, if I would have kicked another portion of the chair, not the leg area that was right adjacent to your leg, kick the wheels, then it wouldn't have been actually a kick. Let's see what he's gonna try to make it be. Wouldn't have been a kick. What would it have been?
the real-time experience.
Yep, I've had that happen to me. Yep.
Ooh, that's smart. You gonna feel that tomorrow.
So do you think, are we gonna see Munchie B on Tuesday?
I'll pull up and shit.
Hey.
I'll pull up like.
Bro, it's a joke, right? You get around somebody do this joke. Like every time, say the slow target kids went to the zoo. And every time they get an animal right, I want you to say, yay for the slow target kids, okay? All right. So walking through the jungle, when they walk through the zoo, slow target, Munchie say, giraffe. Like, yeah, yay for the slow target kids. Now you gotta do this to somebody, like, one or two people. Tell them, okay, was walking through, the slow target kids saw the turtles, they go turtle. He said, yay for the slow target kid. Then you do them like, then they was walking through and they saw the one with the long tongue, the green frog. And you say, yay for the slow target kids. This nigga is slow tarded. They clapping for the slow tarded kid because he's willing to come back after being emasculated, marked out, mishandled, manhandled, manipulated and mauled, mushed by the foot. God damn, Munchie.
Feel me? We need to pop up.
You lost enough face. Everything.
You feel me? I can give you the real time experience.
Yep, I've had that happen to me. Yep.
Ooh, that's smart. You gonna feel that tomorrow?
So do you think? Are we going to see Munchie B on Tuesday?
I'll pull up and shit.
Hey.
I'll pull up like Huggies.
If I ever have to push your chair away again, I'm not going to go, because that was the whole problem. Is I went for the seat. I should have gone for the wheel.
Yeah.
The wheel is way less likely to be confused with a kick.
Okay, Munchie, when you read the actual,
Because if you kick the wheel with the same force that you kick the higher part, what's that called? Fulcrum and what's the other shit? Oh, that thrust, you liable to send somebody. You put it in your face first. You would kick the wheel with that thrust at the right fulcrum point. That thing would have tumbled forward. He'd have been face first in your lap, like 607 uncles and auntie lap. That probably would have been something you appreciate. Yeah, for Vladimir to come back and say that, you had to envision what would have happened if you put the force on the wheel. That probably would cause you to fall face forward in your lap, sir.
like verbiage or heard people telling you kicked, was that like something in particular? Because you basically didn't like that was in the title because you knew you didn't get kicked, but you felt like it was a mischaracterization.
The comments, they say, no aggressive chastising for deuce. Yet every time it's a fellow black man affiliate or non-affiliate, it's threats of physical violence or dangerous delusion. Yes, incrimination as well, disrespect of one's children. And then that was VC Ram said that, and AO City Boy said that I'll pull up sounds defeated. Oh, my mama, definitely defeated. It's a rap. We don't want to hear no more confidence, no more arrogance. Go up there and talk about getting your groceries ate, men swipe, and everything industry. No more excuses. Your opinion, your voice is null and void.
Blackout drunk and he's blind.
And
so it's kind of, he's going to be more confused about it than anybody.
I didn't feel or remember no kick because I was faded.
Yeah.
Right.
That's all.
He didn't feel or remember no kick. He's letting y'all know he is vulnerable. He's just a vulnerable, victimizable. You can violently victimize the vulnerable. You can violate and victimize the vulnerable. Fix it. He didn't feel or remember no kick. Don't that sound like what a drunk woman wake up in the morning talking about what she didn't remember and don't feel? But we know that's not true. You felt it in the moment because you immediately started doing everything you can to try to close that gap and scoot your chair back forward. You didn't remember it, but you felt it. We have the evidence. When he kicked you, you didn't just sit there where you were at. You immediately tried to get back closer to your master.
I like, you know what I'm saying? That's why I texted on, you know what I'm saying? But
you didn't like the way it was in the title though.
Nah,
too.
hell no.
Yeah.
Hell no. But I mean, what shit? Once it's up, it's already reacted to 55 times. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like,
Brought 55,000.
it's up now.
Yeah, exactly. Because I was gonna say that's damn. Because we all deal with. I've been dealing with that, and I know me and you are in different categories. Like you.
Oh, you're not Lush. That's your brother. I they be saying twins. What up, twin? Y'all are exactly the same. You'll do anything for a little bit of fortune, small and fame. This dude is equally as lame. It is not a game. Only difference is your name. He has no shame. Oh my mama.
Probably want that title though, for sure.
Yeah.
See, I saw the title, thought that right away. I'm like, oh my God, if the official No Jumper account is calling it a kick, then everybody's going to call it a kick. So part of me wanted to reach out and be like,
Somebody give me one other word other than step, stomp. that you can classify any motion made with a foot toward another person. You're either kicking them, stepping on them, or stomping on them. What else could it possibly be with a foot? This is when you're talking to an ignorant, illiterate sucker for clout, money over morals type muff. He not even debating no more. He's defeated, buck broken. A little alcohol in him. He be no. Now it's whatever these two white boys saying. You ask my junior. Last time I was standing around 3 white boys, they tried to talk over my head like this. What happened? Let's see if we can do a code. Oh my, we don't play these type of games. It was a time when a white dude totaled his car up against mine and a bunch of my neighbor's car in the middle of the night. Came out, tried to give me some assistance, bring on a blanket. And the first thing out of his mouth was, you got a line of cocaine. So I left him out there. He begged me not to go through the regular, call, make an incident report. He told me if I allow him to get right on his own, that he would not only get my car back to how it was, he also give me $5,000. On top of that, he was like, if you want, I'll get my lawyer on the phone right now. We'll make it official. We'll do it. So me, of course, I'm like, man, report me. Get your lawyer on the phone. So Margie was in Compton on Greenlee, middle of the night. Son, he like 14, 15. So the white boy, he older than me. So he older, but he in this condition. Not only did he myself, also it wasn't total, it was towed up. He also hit a couple of neighbors' car, but he totaled the car he was driving. But the car he was driving happened to be the lawyer's car that he was talking about. He can get on the phone with his lawyer, right? So he was in his car. So all right, so when you call the lawyer on the speakerphone, the lawyer is telling me, yeah, I'm coming from Marina Del Rey, which to Compton takes some time, especially in the night. He said, but he's in my car. I don't have a ride. So he was like, shit, it's gonna take me. First I gotta get a ride, and then I'll be on my way as soon as I get a ride. So I believe that was the gap of time where I was trying to bring him a blanket or a jacket, and he asked me, do I have a line of powder? I told him, you can leave your bitch ass out here in the cold. So throughout this process, my son, he's like 14, 15, I can't quite recall. He's 19 now. So he might have been either 13 or 12. But anyway, don't know why 14 sounds like but he came out, we coming out back and forth a few times. He in the house playing the camera. Game on pause, he come out with everything settled. We waiting on this dude, lawyer, to get here from West Side. The homegirl from PJ, with Sassy, her daughter Coco, and they had another homegirl out there, another we 3-4 deep. So the dude, he was totally apologetic, totally trying to explain himself, reasonable, trying to negotiate, telling me what he was all going to be committed to do. I'm going for it. Only reason I didn't I wouldn't even invite me until he said that bullshit. Man, ain't going on, whatever. So, by the time his friend finally made it was 2 white dudes pulled up because his friend needed a ride. So, he's coming, his friends come and speak on his behalf. Ooh, lawyer, wow. So now, dude that crashed over cars, he's standing right here next to me, bam. So 2 other white dudes standing right here. The homegirls watch, they sprinkled in it's like a little power. So now I'm trying to get to an understanding. Okay. Lil me. I'm on my live, right? Remember one time in your life where you wasn't there in the moment, but you was there. You wasn't there, but a white boy and his partners tried to talk over my head like I didn't know what was going on. What happened? Late night car accident. Yeah, the Charger, yeah. Because I'm sitting here looking at Munchie crunching butter butt B on no jumper, right? And it's two white boys talking over his head. I don't know if you've been aware, but his chair or his leg got kicked by Adam22 not too long ago. So now Adam22 and Lush One is sitting here talking to him like, yeah, maybe I should have not kicked your leg. Maybe I should have aimed for the wheel, and it wouldn't have been perceived as so much of a kick. Asking my audience, like, damn, if it ain't a kick, a stomp, or a step, what other action move can you make with your foot? However, these two white boys talking and going over his head and assuming he's ignorant. He's sitting there taking it. And I was telling a story about, one time I was with my junior and some white boys tried to do me that way. What happened, Junior? Capone, talk your talk. Hey, that's what you told me. Hey, how old was you when this happened? Your memory is excellent.
We like 10 or 11.
10 or 11. So I came inside, told you, I just knocked him out. You went up on me like, man, why you never show us here, right? So now this is my son. You say he was 10 or 11, right? He had went through a boxing program. So this young nigga told me he was so frustrated with me, irritated that he wasn't there to see it. He made me like, he should have show me how he was standing and then show me where he was standing. So I'm trying to show my little son. I'm like, I was standing like this, but he was talking to me right here. And what I noticed is all that reasonable talking he was doing, now his two white partners was here and the homegirls right here. It's like he was trying to talk to the two white boys in like code, like these dumb niggas don't know it. Like, and I'm peeping. So I like check him on it and he get belligerent. So I just happened to swing from the position I'm in. So I told my son, I'm like, I was standing like this and I swung and hit like this. That nigga stood there, that nigga said, oh yeah, you hit with a full pivot, that's a lot of power. I said, what the? Hey, Junior, yeah, I was telling the story. I just happened to call you to fill in the blanks. I'm gonna get back to telling my story. And when you gonna come up here so I can interview you, man? And I got some work for you. Bring your brothers with you too. I'm gonna interview all three of y'all. I love you.
Me too.
All right. Yeah, so the dude came out, whoop, he went to sleep. Bam! And it's crazy that my son knew what a full pivot was. He said to YSL, I should take him to this boxing program, right? Yeah, I know I'm getting off the subject. I don't give a fuck. That's really what I'm working into anyway. This type of conversation. I can remember taking him to this boxing program. Him and his little brothers every day at the school. And he had a little boy body. Just like the, wiry little nothing. And then I could recall him walking through my house and not really correlating the two actual events of me dropping him off every day at this program. I just remember noticing as he used to walk through my house, like muscles popping out everywhere. Never mentioned it, just noticing, like, I didn't know if I was tripping. I'm like, man, I'm developing, going through a growth spurt, but it was more than growth spurt, it was the definition, development spurt. I just been noticing, one day I went to pick him up at the school, got in the car, just after I don't even know. I mean, ask no quick, maybe. So I remember I hadn't taken him to a long time. All of a sudden he get in the car and be like, he looked exhausted and excited and pleased. I'm like, what's up? He's like, man, I finally qualified to spar. I'm like, okay, what did you have to do to qualify to spar? And it's like, like the jungle gym bars, it's like it's a row of bars. I don't know how many it was. You had to go all the way this way, all the way back with your hand in order to qualify to spar. Other than that, it was an after-school program where you go, you do your homework, They had other interests outside of boxing. If you were in boxing, you couldn't spar, but you could train, do workouts, shadow box, hit the mitts, but you couldn't spar unless you can go up this thing, down with your hands. That's what he tells me. So I'm like, damn. I'm like, when I first started dropping you off, how far could you make it? He said, I used to get to number 1, then number 2, and fall. I said, so now you just qualified to spar today because you can go up and down? He was like, yeah. I'm like, man, that's where all the muscles came from, busting out your body. I watched. I didn't know what he was going through in the boxing program, but I watched the effects of it in a slow, like you could have a time-lapse camera. I watched it. Now, he's a second-year safety at El Camino College. He's been in extreme, he runs track as well, so his physical fitness condition, shout out to his little brothers, extremely accomplished athletes as well, especially the one right under him, Capone, just made All-State. Carson Coates had a breakout year this senior year as a football player. Veli no longer plays football. However, I'm getting off the subject. Let's get back to this right here. Oh,
like, yo, change the title. But then also I was like, well, you know, they're gonna title it whatever they think to get like.
Oh, but I slept bad on my sassy Coco tender class. As soon as I slapped him, sleeping, bam. It's the white boy, not the white boy who was the lawyer who called me, got told him, but the one who gave him a ride, swear to God, with his pocket, he had like 300-400. He's like, man, like you had the worst day of me, man. Hope your tomorrow's better. He handed me all the money he had in his pocket, right? But part of the whole commitment was to not only get my car restored to what it was, but then to also $5,000 on top of it in order not to report it to the insurance and all that. But oh my mama, this shit happened in the middle of the night. I swear to God, my neighbor, she was from Little Compton, Tanya, Anthony mama, I forget her street name, Toya. She had a van. They had hit her van too, cause they took us from Compton to LAX to like not to know that bush. She went to like a national hurts, one of the top dogs. They got her. She had the van. She played them like, oh, y'all need to drive people. They got her long extended Escalade. Got me a regular though, man. The same night, got my car restored to full restoration status and got the 5 bags. And the lawyer dude ended up, man, she ended up being like, I ended up referring back to him for some legal advice and assistance down the line. He had like a history that I don't even know what to think his name was. Looking up, I know I still have it here, but yeah, and I remember the white boy called me a few days later. It was like, man, I ain't know you had punched me and knocked me out, man. I had to go to the emergency room and get stitches in the back of my head. That probably knocked me out worse. His buddies had to tell him that happened a few days later. He's like, yo, if I would have known that, I would have never would you.
Anything I could have changed it to would have been something that would get less views, and like realistically that's the game that everybody's playing, so I left it. But I probably should have jumped in between that the same way that, okay, so somebody on the social media team posted up the old tweets of Munchie saying the B-E-A-N-E-R word.
Man,
and
I don't recall that. That's crazy.
After 10 minutes, I was like, yo, we got to, because I just, you know, I'm thinking about the optics of like, this is going to look bad. Like, it's going to look like we're trying to bury Munchie as soon as he has like an issue with the platform, you know?
Would it have been different if there was a question mark at the end? Adam kicked Munchie B?
a question mark and an exclamation point.
You know what I mean? Like, that changes the whole time.
This slow target ass don't realize kick has nothing to do with the target. That's everything to do with the actual kick. It's crazy.
That does.
Potentially.
We do that a lot.
Or that's still a bother.
Sometimes we'll put something in the title that is blatantly not true, but it'll have a question mark. So it's permissible.
Yeah, that creates ambiguity.
Yeah.
I feel like it creates.
Once the title up for some hours, after a while, it don't even matter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like it's up, and then you know what I'm saying. You know how the reaction thing go. They be clipping as it go.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying. So
this city has thousands of hungry reactors who are realistically whatever you title.
Imagine the bottom line being YouTube. not real life reacting to what takes place on YouTube. YouTube, dog, they already got it. It happens on YouTube. But it happened in real life, though. He must know it ain't gonna get back. You got to just join the other side and stay there. Facts.
It as they're gonna make it so much worse.
And it's a no jumper sector that the dude strictly like no jumper content. You know what I'm saying? So they be ready. It's already in the chambers.
I was bummed personally.
City of car streamers and squabblers.
Livers.
You said you was bummed what?
I was bummed when you was like, I'm dipping, fool. I ain't coming back. I was like, damn. Because I felt like we worked hard to get that rapport. Camaraderie.
That is the sad thing. Anytime anybody leaves the platform or whatever, is that you spend all this time, and then when you really try somebody new, even if they're solid, it's just so much.
Oh my, I know I can't help but to recall when shout out to Alex Alonso. That's why it's so hard for me to go hard on Alex, even though he's platforming this fraud, this dude is incriminating me, being so foul. Anyway, Alex, he wrote a letter that basically saved my job, bro. It's hard for me not to be eternally grateful. I'm tempted to be like, goddamn, Alex, what's going on? But anyway, I say that to say this. Damn, what the fuck I was saying.
Is that you spend all this time, and then when you really try somebody new, even if they're solid, it's just so much work to get the audience to give a fuck about them, and that is just, it's a long, drawn out process. Like if you look at like a bunch of the Joe Budden hosts.
And it's a no jumper sector that the dude strictly like no jumper content. You know what I'm saying? So they be ready. It's already in the chambers.
I was bummed personally.
City of car streamers and squabblers.
Livers.
You said you was bummed what?
I was bummed when you was like, I'm dipping, fool. I ain't coming back. I was like, damn. Because I felt like we worked hard to get that rapport. Camaraderie.
That is the sad thing. Anytime anybody leaves the platform or whatever, is that you spend all this time, and then when you really try somebody new, even if they're solid, it's just so much work to get the audience to give a about them, and that is just, it's a long.
Bro, as a man first, as a G street dude, gang member, gang member, anything, bro. If you find yourself placating to the no jumper audience in order to feel appropriate, you get lost. I forgot what I was going to say before a while back. Yeah. It's only like 3 minutes left in this. We're going to get up out of here soon, man. This is crazy.
Long, drawn out process. Like if you look at like a bunch of the Joe Budden hosts. Listen, I understand what makes Rory and Maul special, but like, they were not people that anybody would have watched do a podcast until Joe Budden had them on hundreds of episodes. Same thing with Ish and Ice on the Joe Budden thing. Like, they are not the most remarkable podcasters, but you do a couple hundred episodes with Joe Budden on the most popular hip hop podcast, like that audience is going to connect with you, and it's so hard. Even
I'm still hearing about all that Joe Budden, Schmo Budden, no budging. I ain't Joe Budden. I ain't Young Budden. Ain't no budging. Munchie been worked out by MASSA Mason. It is what it is. Adam22 violated and victimized him. And this rather he's victorious over Victoria. Finna do content creation series of Victoria's Secrets. Bitches, but Munchie the man is a fucking bitch. Oh my mama.
Hop on the interstate and chase me a bag. Pop bottles every time that I pass. It's that mafia swag, fly crippin'. You see me drippin' all this Mac sauce. Baymax, be about your money at all costs. Hop on the interstate and chase me a bag. Pop bottles every time that I pass. It's that mafia swag, fly crippin'. You see me drippin' all this Mac sauce. Baymax, be about your money at all costs. I'm from the land of the crack pavement. When niggas holler stay dangerous and squabble up just like Javante Davis. Niggas haters, they on lame shit. We be on that game shit. He thought he got away. I chase him down LeBron James shit. Blood stain from the stainless. He need a paramedic. And we play ball. Everybody around me athletic. Still stepping. Well committed. I stand on business. Every load I jump in, that bitch tinted. Won't catch me slipping. About my money low. Run me that bag. Call my bitch and say I need you. She gon' run to me fast. That mafia swag, she can't get enough. And she know I'm by my man. She let her sit and watch me add all this money up. Riders popping out the cut like roaches when the lights on. I'm just like BG with my niggas, whether right or wrong. Dead in mafia. You entering the danger zone. Tiny Macs be cracking heads. You better have your helmet on. Hop on the interstate and chase me a bag. Pop bottles every time that I pass. Just that mafia swag, fly crippin'. You see me dripping all this Mac sauce. Baymax. Be about your money at all costs. Hop on the interstate and chase me a bag. Pop bottles every time that I pass. It's that mafia swag, fly crippin'. You see me dripping all this Mac sauce. Baymax. Be about your money at all costs. These niggas be hopping out of foreign whips and feeling like they run shit. The homie like Nick Cannon. Be a fool with them drumsticks. Serve him and they done with. Have all of them niggas hit. Something heavy in my Baymax sweater. You see the gun print. Yeah, got me bent behind tent, but I'm low key, give a fuck about the busters. The real niggas fuck with me, I move solo. Shooting pro clubs over polo. You won't catch me in none of you niggas photos. Y'all too friendly. Hopping out, spilling my Remy, smoking on good pressure. Always in a different low. Gotta keep these niggas guessing. Firearms in my possession. Steady counting my blessings. Believe in God and believe in this weapon. And try not to do too much stressing. Ain't seen my daughter in months. And when we FaceTime, I shed tears, I can't help it. And still connected in these streets just like Wi-Fi. Chucking up the set for death dope. We gon' rip ride. Hop on the interstate and chase me a bag. Pop bottles every time that I pass. It's that mafia swag, fly crippin'. You see me dripping all this Mac sauce. Baymax. Be about your money at all costs. Hop on the interstate and chase me a bag. Pop bottles every time that I pass. It's that mafia swag, fly crippin'. You see me dripping all this Mac sauce. Baymax. Be about your money at all costs.
So this what I don't understand. How does a non-Pacoima guy knows what a guy from Pacoima does in
I think
Pacoima?
about with whack, they don't like me because when I say something, it be real, and I'm gonna show you the proof of it. I'm never gonna let nothing come out my mouth that I don't have the proof. So Spider looks at me because we go back to the juvenile side of the county.
You say Black lied on you. So I'm speaking in general. If a nigga lie on you, you got all right to lie on them. You know what I'm saying? That's just what go with anybody. But Wack never lied on you.
Looks at me because we go back to the juvenile side of the county.
I gotta carry this with me wherever I go. Wherever I go, I gotta keep this with me.
Yeah, neighborhood Nip Bustin'. Giving a shout out right now to SPR in the streets. My spot low, y'all already know what it is. Schwarzenegger. It's neighborhood Nip Bustin'. Big shout out to SPR, Spotter Low. You know I'm in the BlacBox. Had to come through, tap in, show love one time. Yeah, y'all make sure y'all subscribe. Stay tuned. All that.